Welcome. In this video I'm taking a look at this 50-piece Dualeco trim removal tool set. This was provided to me by the distributor, but they're not reviewing this video before I post it and they're not compensating me for it. If you're interested in one of these, I'll put a link in the description. If you use that link, it helps me out a little bit. It doesn't cost you anything extra. So this comes in this nice case here. We have a customer support card and we have a variety of trim tools. So I have a couple trim tools, but I don't have a kit, and if you're going to do any trim work, it's probably not a bad idea to get a kit on day one, because in your whole life you're probably going to be doing trim work, and to get the kit is cheaper than buying like 2 or 3 of the tools separately. Especially if you have to buy them locally, they can be pretty expensive. So in this pouch here we have a variety of clips, and if you've ever done trim work, you know these will break. So it's good to have a variety handy. I have like a big pouch I have for my one car. And after I bought that, I thought I should have got a variety pack. And I don't know what all this includes, but I do know I bought some clips like this at the Honda dealership, and it costs way more than this whole thing to get, I don't know, 5 or 6 clips. So this would have saved me money right off the bat. But you live and learn. So that's kind of handy there. And I'm not sure what all these pieces are. You know, if you're watching this and you know what they are, let me know. Here's some things here. Now there are I know there are radio removal tools in here. I think these are radio removal tools. I think you stick these in the sides of like some Ford radios. So I don't even know where to start here. Let's see. Pull this thing out. So this is a like trim pry tool, so you could shove this under and pull it out. This looks pretty sharp from the factory. A lot of times I'll sharpen these up, you know, till they're almost razor sharp. And you get under, but that's pretty good there. So you should be able to get under a plug there and you could pop it out. Here's a little hook. Has a plastic handle with a rubber overmolding on it. It's pretty nice. It has a little knurled section there if you need to twist it a little bit. Here's some other tools. There's an awl there. Here's another little hook. I don't know if this is focusing really well, but it's an awl. Here's a little side thing here. Here's a smaller pry tool, and it has a little bit steeper angle on it for getting under. So this one has like a little bit of a grip. Boy, it's really hard to focus on that. There's some grip on the top surface and it's smooth on the bottom. And here's some panel pliers. So you can stick these under a plug and it will pull up in the center section here. My exposure is going crazy right now. There we go. And I did a video on some of these recently that I have, and I sharpened them up. One thing about the ones I had, they weren't quite as aligned as well as these. It was kind of cockeyed. But I sharpened those up so I could slide them under sharp panels. So if these don't work for you, they look like they probably would work for most of the time. You can sharpen these up and contour them a little bit better. But these are nice. These feel better than the other ones. Then we have these. I think these are radio removal tools. If you know what they are, you can leave a comment down below. And we have all these, this is like a tongue depressor. There's different sizes. I mean, these look a lot like the same tools you use to work on modern cell phones and things. Then there's kind of a medium-sized one here too. And it has a bunch of these little loops. I'm not sure what these are for, but I gather they're probably taken for something off a car. And it doesn't look like it'd be easy to do with any other tool. So I'll try and get a closer view of that. So these are the different shapes we have. There we go. It's not focused, but then we have a strap. You can leave that in or out. These look like some kind of scraper things. There's a little plastic scraper. There's a little wedge, like a hook wedge. This looks like a little pry bar. It's got a ring on the other side. Another pry bar with a wedge. So if you can use a kit like this to take off your panel without damaging it, it'll pay for itself instantly, because damaging a panel could be a pain in the butt. Here's another little pry bar. It has one on each side. This here. And here's like a little saw thing, a wedge. So I wouldn't expect anyone to need all of these tools. And if this was super expensive, I wouldn't recommend it. I'd recommend buying the tools you need. But at this price point, you can buy this whole kit and it'll pay for itself after one use of you know, fixing your own problems. And it comes with, you know, an assortment of things. You know, I use these a lot. I'd probably use some of these pry bars quite a bit. I don't know that I'd ever use these. You know, you say that, but sometimes something comes across and you end up using them. But at the price this is at, it's cheaper just to buy this whole set, and then you have everything there. Also, your friends, if you're into that, you can loan them some tools if they're working on some panel jobs. So, and then like I say, it comes with this too, which is super handy. If you break any of these clips or lose them, you can you'll have them right there on the spot. So, pretty handy kit. So let's head out to the car and we'll take a look at this, and we'll try and remove a panel or something with this. Okay, so I'm out here at my vehicle and I'm going to demonstrate using a few of these tools. It's very cold out, so I'm not going to take the whole door panel off. So to take this off, I need to pull it up. So I'm just going to use one of these like little pry tools, stick it in here on the side. Like so. And there I got that piece off. You could use a screwdriver instead of this, and you're probably going to gouge this. That's why these are so much better. We'll move over to here, same thing. You'll want to look up ahead of time how you can take this stuff off. This hinges in the back, so we want to pry in the front. There we go. So we got that piece out. You can unplug it. And we haven't marred up the surface at all, so that's very nice. So next we have the panels down here, and to remove the whole panel you have to take a couple screws out, but you can stick the panel pliers in here and pop these panel plugs loose. So, and these line up very nicely at the front, unlike some other ones I bought, so they slip right in. So that's just a couple of things. I mean, there are countless ways you can use this set, to take panels off, but I just wanted to display a couple of them. Okay, so that's it for this video. If you have any questions about this, please leave it in the comments. If you like this video, please click like. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd appreciate it if you could do that. And thanks for watching. Until next time, goodbye.